And here we go, another replay cast for you guys. I got a special one coming out right here, right now. It is Mind in the top right hand corner versus Stork in the bottom right. Both these players met on ladder on their main accounts. Pretty rare circumstance indeed, but we'll see how they do against each other here. Mind, of course, a fantastic Terran player. Both these guys are going to be in ASL this season, so they're in prime shape. This was played in February of 2023. And yeah, should be a fun one. I do love casting me some Terran versus Protoss. I don't love playing this matchup. You know, from the Protoss perspective, it's not that bad, but really, this matchup is what killed Terran for me as a player. I just could not handle playing against these Protoss players anymore. You know, I'm kind of like an Artosis where I just couldn't take it anymore, man. I just raged so hard at all of the things that Terran or that Protoss players were able to do in this matchup, and the things that they're able to get away with, the kind of cockiness that they bring to Protoss versus Terran as well. If they're a little bit better than you, it's insane how easy it is for them to just kind of run the show throughout the game, and it's so frustrating. So they're the reason players on ladder Protoss players are the reason why I quit playing Terran. I had to switch over to Zerg, and I had to get they ass. If you know what I'm talking about, I had to get day ass with some of that Hydralisk bust action. You know, you can see that it's annoying for Zerg play, or it's annoying for Protoss players, because there are times when they can actually die. Right? It doesn't exist in Terran versus Protoss. You can't actually do timings in the early game and just win the game. It's not a thing. Protoss can always survive. They can always take it later and later and eventually transition into carrier, or just max out and kind of run over your army as you try to push. So it feels nice now to have the option to potentially kill a Protoss player now. It's a good feeling, and that's why I enjoy playing Zerg these days instead of this poor race. I definitely feel sorry for those fools who are still attempting to do so. Boy, okay, that's gonna get me in some trouble in the comments, but it's fine. We're gonna have a bunker here in the front, quick range into robotics facility, everything looking completely normal here on the side of Mind and Stork. Everything just going according to plan here, getting those goons out. Gonna put some pressure on that bunker potentially, but a tank is on the way, so not too much at all. Over here, Vulture sneaking around the outside, so he actually does need to keep his Dragoons back at home right now and keep himself safe. Gotta grab a bit of tea here. All right, there we go. Hydration, boys, hydration. Looks like we lost the Vulture there out in the middle of the map. But second Vulture is coming. And do we have mines in the way? No, we've got ion thrusters, so this boy is ready. No mines. He's gonna try and do something crazy here. Pushing this Vulture forward. Actually, I thought he was gonna come all the way across. I feel like he's gonna come across and take an engagement with these Dragoons and then try to run by with two Vultures into the main. Looks like I'm just gonna come up here and take a look. He sees the 4 Dragoons sitting there in a defensive position. Not gonna test it. Instead, grabbing siege mode, funnily enough, not going for mines until very last. Which is surprising because these Vultures are out here. They're ready to go. Can he actually run in? No, he's looking for the third. No third here for Stork just yet. Stork staying really defensive, not allowing any vulture harassment to come through. Gets himself some observers. Very safe, careful play here out of Stork. And on the other side, still no second factory here. That's interesting. Okay, there's the second factory now, which is a little bit late. We've already got the second gas up and running. We've already got the +1 going, so prioritizing other things before getting into those extra factories. So not really a big fighting force here for Mind right now, and that's going to allow Stork to very easily take his third base. No big deal here. Going to come out 7 minutes, snag that third base, and now we're going to have some Reavers coming out on the map. We don't have a Reaver just yet, but we are getting one, and we don't have speed yet either, so no shuttle speed as of yet. Vulture's still sharking around the outside, looking for something to attack, but still not finding any location to poke in. Now with mines here, he can start to lay those down and just hold that map vision. Speed is on the way now for Stork, and I think we're gonna see Stork just play out a speed shuttle heavy game here. I like to see him go into carrier personally. I feel like he's a much better carrier user than a speed shuttle user. I feel like that type of style is much more in the wheelhouse of Snow. Snow is incredibly good with that, but I feel like Stork, he just knows carrier so well, and he plays it so well that I feel that's more his strength. And we'll see if he actually transitions into that a little bit later. So far, it really looks like a Storm game here, with mass speed shuttle flying in every location and just kind of trying to crush Mind as he takes his third base. Now, we've got the single Reaver here, just kind of chilling out in the front, waiting a little bit. What's he gonna do with this Reaver? I guess land it over on this side and get some pot shots on the bunker. Yeah, free shots, free damage here. Does need to pick up. Nicely done. Good timing there, and doesn't really want to fly in here. I mean, there's not really any good areas to fly in, and this is impressive. I mean, this is really well mapped out for Mind. With just 2 turrets here, he can cover the entire main base. This third turret is amazing as well. Oh, okay, where's that? Okay, observer was taken down. The third turret here is really smart, because if he flies in and he sees, okay, 1 turret, he eats a bunch of damage. The second turret is going to finish off that shuttle, and you can't actually land anything if you're flying over this area. So if you're flying like right along here and you take a lot of damage and you get over this and this turret kills, you actually can't unload right in this spot. So you have to make it over to here, or you have to make it over to here, and chances are you might just lose everything in the shuttle as you're flying over that. So I like the positioning there from Mind. It would be almost like if he had another turret like right here. You know, if you fly in this way, you see there's only 1 turret, so you keep going, and then at the second turret blast you down. That would be pretty smart as well. Now we've got the shuttles out here in the front, a 4th base about to come down. Double Reaver, of course, back at home. 6 of these gateways, and yeah, 5 factories here for Mind. So he's actually nearly even with his opponent in terms of production structures. Of course, you got to count the robotic support bay as well, so that's actually adding on quite a bit of power here. So I think these two should be relatively even as Mind moves out. It'll all come down to the engagement and how Mind moves to take this base. This can be a kind of a bitch trying to get in here and hold this. Looks like a drop here over in Stork's natural, going after the probes. One more shot? No, not gonna get it. Does pick off quite a few probes. There was actually a significant advantage for Stork in terms of that probe number before that drop went off, so getting a pretty good chunk, a solid chunk of probes for just one tank. Not too bad. Now pushing forward here nice and slow. However, this army is pretty serious. He's gonna come forward with it. Let's see how Stork takes this fight, dropping zealots on the back lines of tanks. Reavers in the middle, gonna lay down some scarabs on these tanks. Good focus fire on the Reavers to take them down, but that was so many zealots. Just keeps shoving forward here. Gonna take out one last tank. Looks like no, that tank does survive, and 4 tanks are left. 4 tanks is all we have to our name here as Mind, and there's another big load up of zealots. I feel like Mind still would love to take the 3rd here, but he's gotta wait for a little while, get that tank number back up. We need to see like at least 8 tanks, I would say, maybe 12, to take a good fight here against Stork, and incrementing out 2 at a time. That's a good amount of time. You gotta wait. Ooh, coming in once again with the shuttles. Pulls back the shuttle that's already damaged and will come in here with the storm. Oh my god, the storms, guys. Holy crap. That was a beautiful, beautiful move there by Stork, just getting some great storms on that mineral line while the fight was going on. I think a lot of these are very badly damaged. Yeah, not many were actually killed in that fight, but many, many SCVs horrifically damaged. And this is going to be tough now for Mind. If he gets another storm on this, it could kill the entire mineral line here with one storm. So you gotta be wary of that now here as Mind, who's now taken his 3rd base. He's brought the SCVs to the front, pulling SCVs from the main to saturate that 3rd base. And Stork is looking to take another big fight here if he can get in on top of this army. There's not that many tanks. There's just 5, 6 tanks here. 2 more gonna come out, so make it 8. Stork side of the map, adding on a few extra gateways. We're up to 9 now. Still continuing to produce his Templar army though. Another base gonna come down here. Gonna get a low ground cannon there to hopefully push these back and actually clear out this mine, take another base. Good job bringing up the Dragoons here to cover the probe transfer. A lot of probes being sent down to this area here. And Mind, I mean, he's on 3 base. He could take a 4th here relatively soon. Stork doing a good job keeping his Templar alive there. Maybe Mind managing to pick off 1 or 2, but I think this is a completely full... Oh, oops. Yeah, we've got the Templar here in the shuttle. Ooh, a drop here in the bottom left-hand corner. Really nice, smart drop to slow down the mining in this location. I think we're just going to produce some more DTs and try to clean that up, but plenty of probes going down, and this is a really nice move. Is he going to kill this? I think he might actually get this. Oh, he's going to get the vulture. 1 more hit. Nicely done. He kills that tank, but this Nexus goes down. Ooh, that's super painful. Losing the Nexus in the bottom left-hand corner now on almost even bases here. Oh, going for the storms. Pretty good storms, but not the greatest. It was a stellar SCV pulled there to keep the majority of those SCVs alive. Meanwhile, still no transition here from Stork. Just double robo pumping out those shuttles and building a ton of Storm Boys here. I don't know if Stork can actually take this fight, though. That's so many Zealots, but an incredible amount of Vultures here to back up the tanks, and no tanks were killed or injured in the making of that attack. That's crazy. Holding that off perfectly, and now tracking down these 4 Templar with the remaining Vultures. Mine's army looking way too strong here. I think he could possibly push for the win now. Stork is looking close to dead at this point as that army engaged. The Zealots were all in the front, and the tanks were able to smash through them along with the help of those Vultures. Coming down now towards this natural. Stork moving around the side. Looks like he wants to potentially attack this north base. The 12 o'clock is an excellent target here. Unloading directly on top of the turret. If you didn't know, if you click directly on the turret and unload directly on top of the turret, you can stop the turret from shooting. It just won't shoot. Basically, click your hotkey, whatever it is, for unload, and just click right on the turret. That's a funny trick. Learned that from Diplo games way back in the day. Diplo 7.7 gold, in fact, that you're able to do that. Diplo Infinity, pretty decent game as well. Maybe someday I will play those games and commentate some of those, or just play them on stream or something. That might be fun. I used to play them all the time. Definitely don't have my Diplo strategies up to date, though. I'm sure people will just wreck me. Some of those Soviet players will just wreck me. Anyway, we've got this army being tracked down here. A storm over here, not too successful. And the army of Stork just being tracked down and killed. Natural is completely crushed. Trying to run down this ramp with just pure Dragoon is not the way to go. 3 tanks back here is easily enough to hold off on this ramp. You need some Zealots to run through this minefield first and try to clear it out. Whoa, all the probes down here just not mining. Hello? Well, let's get to work here, boys. Seriously, get to work. What are we doing? Okay, actually does run through with the Zealots. Nicely done cleaning that up, but really needs to get to work here. What the heck am I watching? Looks like some storm's gonna come down and clear these few tanks. Really good storm there to actually get on top of those. Oh, he loses the Templar, though. Gotta get over here and stop this from occurring. You need to save this base. This is like the last mining base here. Last mining base for Stork under threat right now. He's got to save this location if he wants to continue on in this game. Finally is mining over here at the bottom left-hand corner, so at least he's got something going on in that location. Running forward with the Zealots. Another round of Zealots going to come forward, and actually he could clear this. This is really, really close. Good storm there, but actually dealing a lot of damage to his own units. There we go. He will get that last tank and clears it up. However, reinforcement train is real. So many units coming forward here, and just gonna dive directly onto these cannons. Too many +3 Vultures are going to be able to clear those out. Looks like he picked up a couple of probes. Yeah, a few probes end up jumping up into that shuttle and will be transported down to this bottom left hand corner. That's nice. Able to save those, but I mean, what can he do at this point? I'm glad that he killed this base at least. So we only got really 1 mining base to 1 mining base, but very soon mine is going to be on 2 mining base here. And this one is still been shut down. So it's up to Stork to clear this and get his probes back to mining in this location. or get back up here and cancel his base once again. Otherwise, he's going to be getting lapped. He's going to be getting looped by Mind here as he starts the mining in this spot and just overtakes him in terms of army in the long run. We're already 30 supply ahead, so oof, loses that shuttle as well. I'm sure there was some sort of Templar in there. He's looking for a storm drop somewhere. Shoving himself in this corner. I do not like this. Stork using the last few units he's got, throwing them up into this top corner and getting hit from both sides here. This could be it. This could be the end. All of the dragons go down. Stork taps out. GG. Mind takes him down and steals this man's ladder points. There you have it, guys. Stork versus Mind. I'm surprised to see Mind even lower than Stork on APM, actually. That's kind of a little bit funny. But there you have it. These two excellent players going head to head on the ladder. Mind able to take a win, so take that for what it is. We may end up seeing these guys go head to head in the ASL. So all of these games matter. Their experience between each other, it matters. And you guys matter as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. I'm going to be making more of these videos in the future. So hit the subscribe as well. You can check those out. See you guys next time.